Hi readers, today we're going to read Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis, written by Dave Pilkey. I hope you enjoy this one. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. You can see the wallpaper curling, the leaves falling off the tree, the goldfish is upside down, and even the painting is having a hard time. And there's this green puff. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. Poor thing, look at her, she seems happy. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. Free dog to a good home, and they're sad about it. They don't want to get rid of her. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. Now, boys and girls, you know, in my classroom, Miss Fischer would make you stop at this point and think and predict what's going to happen. They're going to try to solve this problem somehow. So what kinds of things do you think are going to happen? Make a prediction in your head. You can see the leaves bending here. This is interesting. There's a sign on this tree that says wanted for burglary. It looks like two bad guys. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away. But it didn't. Have you heard that expression before? It was so breathtaking, it took my breath away. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster. Oh my goodness, does not look like it worked. Hallie's having fun. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. And if you notice, boys and girls, in their window, I can see I'm predicting it's those crooks from that wanted picture. Kind of what I'm thinking. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, the two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Halitosis. "Yikes!" whispered one burglar. "It's a big, mean, scary dog." "Oh, don't be silly," whispered the other burglar. "That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy." The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Poochie," whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Slurp. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. This home protected by dog breath. Because life without Halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. I like how they spelled that word, sense. Okay, so I have a challenge for you. This book is really funny, and if you Google bad breath with people, I want you to Google bad breath and see what it's called in life when regular people have bad breath, because that's really a thing. Google it and let me know if you find out the answer. I hope you enjoyed our book today called Dog Breath, and I'll see you soon. Bye.